When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A car salesman.
Said no one ever.
I'm Patrick Hennessy, and this is the Be Less Typical in Car Sales podcast, a real-life account of the car business that breaks the perception of what it's like to be a car sales professional. During the show, we're going to take you into the lives and minds of those that have found success. So, ignite your passion and get ready to learn effective hacks to streamline your success and boost your income.
So, is that your pitch? It's pretty good. Last episode, I learned the importance of having a process. Oh my gosh, I forgot to
Introduce.
I forgot to introduce myself. Not.
That's
okay.
Are you even going to introduce yourself?
Oh my gosh, I forgot. I'm Courtney Hennessy.
Golden nugget number 1. It's important to have a process, and it usually begins with the meet and greet.
This week on episode number 1, we meet Amy Gers, a pharmaceutical sales rep turned internet car sales professional. When Amy was a little girl, she had no idea that one day she would be selling cars. She wanted to be a rabbi or a nurse. So how did she make this career shift at 37 and build her customer base through Facebook and online reviews to become one of the top sales performers in her department? Let's begin where it all started.
Amy says she was a customer long before she ever considered selling cars. She enjoyed her experience and the people so much within the dealership that it perked her interest just enough that when she unexpectedly found herself without a job due to the economic downturn, she decided to take a leap and give it a shot. She applied for a sales position and was hired within a week.
And it is clear now that Amy's leap paid off. She loves her job. You can hear the passion in her voice when she talks about it, and you can tell how proud she is to be providing a purchasing experience that delights her customers. And by providing this type of experience, she is also creating customers for life and a consistent flow of referral business.
I always enjoyed watching people experience doing business with me and my team and my dealership and thinking like, this is so unusual. Like I never bought a car and had a good time or was in a pleasant place or with people who like their jobs or someone whose priority was for me to be satisfied or who didn't want me to wait around or who, whatever, anything that we did in our group as a team to try to make it a pleasant experience. I loved when people were surprised by that, taken aback by that, and just loved it so much that they never ever want to go anywhere else.
Not only is she making customers happy, Amy's happy. She says one of the reasons she likes selling cars so much is that it's immediately rewarding. And for her, that type of accomplishment is exciting because she gets to see how it affects the end user.
When you're selling cars, you see them drive away. You see them be excited. Maybe you follow up with them by email and they tell you how it's so great and all their neighbors loved it and whatever. I mean, it's not, the reward in that sense is much sweeter at a dealership because you're part of the excitement and you're part of something new and cool. And I don't think I ever saw anyone drive off the lot unhappy.
Amy goes on to say that the highest compliment you can get is not when your friend becomes your customer, but it's when your customer becomes your friend. And because she's making friends and creating good experiences for people, she's been able to grow her business with reviews. So I decided to do what a typical consumer would do. And I Googled the dealership she works for. And started reading the reviews. Here's what a couple of them say.
Had a great experience with Amy Gers. Love the internet team. I knew what I wanted, and Amy was very responsive to my questions, making the entire negotiation process a breeze. Thanks, Amy. Nice job. 2 reviews down, it says, thanks to Amy for making the car buying process painless for us. In under 2 days from contact, they were able to arrange to pick up our vehicle from GM and find us better financing than we had secured. And our financing option was really good. Add to that, they delivered the vehicle the following day.
In today's world of selling cars in the dealership, the customer experience and interaction is key. We all know this. It's common knowledge that customers have access to tons of information, and they're completing over 50% of their vehicle research before they even contact the dealer. And I'm not just talking about vehicle research. They are researching the dealership, specifically which dealership and potentially which salesperson they're going to purchase from. As Jay Baer put it in his most recent book, Utility, customers are ninjas now. They are stealthily evaluating you right under your nose. 2 can play that game. You can be a ninja too.
Amy says that her reviews help her sell cars. In fact, people have come into the dealership asking for her because of a review they saw online.
It has happened, yes. That's pretty cool. Also, my picture's on the website, so they're like, I want the pretty girl. No,
Yeah.
just kidding. No, but some people do want a female, and I am
true.
easy on the eyes. So just kidding, seriously. No, as far as like online reviews, so a couple things to make online reviews happen. A lot of times when a customer is in that like height of emotion, they're so excited, they're driving away in their new car. It's very simple. You just say like, if your experience was exceptional, would you kindly go to .com and leave me a 5-star review? That would really help me grow my business.
Are you that specific or?
Yeah, no, totally that specific. And we have these one of the websites provided us with a little card, and I would give it to them, or sometimes we'd have someone meet with them from our customer care department, and a lot of times we'd have them ask for the review, and they'd give this little card that had the website on it.
So her secret weapon is she asks. She asks her customers to review her. And how long does that take?
I was wondering the same thing, so I timed her. It takes her 15 seconds. 15 seconds to ask for a review. And these reviews are visible to everyone, including people in the dealership. A benefit I don't think she thought about until I brought it up. It works for you and you don't have to do anything. You did your job. You're just asking for a review.
Yeah, and if I earned it, that's like a way to give me a gift for free. You don't have to go buy me a present. Just write a little thing, and that's the biggest gift you can give me. Not only feedback on how I did, but to help me, kind of craft my reputation online.
Not to mention your reputation in the dealership, right? Because then your manager gets an email, and then he sends it to the owner, and then the owner comes down and gives you a high five like he found it first.
It's so awesome. Until the owner's like, I'm bored.
He's perusing all of his review sites in the morning.
Yeah, he's like, I'm getting tired of seeing this. Can somebody else please get some reviews?
Exactly. Good problem to have, especially if you're trying to make a splash early.
Yes,
so,
but it's interesting. It's not. I don't know that it's like I did such a phenomenal job, and that's why 17 out of 34 reviews on our dealership are about me. It's because I did such a good job asking for them.
And an added benefit?
It doesn't hurt when all your old boyfriends Google you and they see that people really dig you.
And it's not only review sites that Amy uses to build her online reputation. She's also using social media. And according to Patrick, it's a salesperson's responsibility to build their customer base. The dealer has already invested a lot into each salesperson's success.
It's so typical for salespeople to expect their manager or the dealer to supply a constant stream of customers to their desks. I mean, I get so tired of hearing about it. I mean, in truth, the dealer already is paying for the building, for the advertising, for the technology in the building. They're paying for the cars and inventory, and it's not their responsibility to be supplying the customers. The best salespeople, they're out there marketing themselves, and it's easier today than it's ever been. I mean, I remember back 15 years ago when it was all about asking a customer to refer other customers to you, and you had to make that phone call. But nowadays, the best salespeople, they're out there marketing themselves online. They're utilizing Facebook and Twitter, and I mean, it's right at their fingertips. They just need to be aware, and they need to be ready to promote themselves every single day.
Most people have a Facebook account. In fact, according to Facebook, there are 936 million daily active users. Therefore, you're probably already spending time here. And so are your customers. Facebook is a free, at your fingertips tool. So, especially when you're new to the car business, let people know that if they need a vehicle, you are the go-to person.
Yeah, and Amy does a great job of this. She's taken a blended approach with her Facebook page, keeping everything under one umbrella. Both her personal and her business life are combined on one page. She takes this approach because it's her personal life and her work that make up who she is. However, she doesn't just let anyone in. She doesn't friend request every customer. She's selective. And she's also selective about what she posts, because she knows that how she portrays herself impacts her community.
If I've let you into my social network, if I've accepted your friend request or made one to you, then I trust you to see pictures of my children and my dog. And I'm not going to post anything political or anything deeply personal or any cries for help or whatever. That's not me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share who I am and what makes me smile. I mean, I'm on Facebook to, make everybody hopefully feel a little of my brand of sunshine. So if you're in my network, then you are probably either someone I've known from my life before, or someone I met recently, or maybe you're a customer of mine who I just connected with in a way that I wanted to kind of keep you around. And so I don't, friend request everybody. LinkedIn is kind of a place where I like to connect with a lot of customers because I don't typically share anything personal. But Facebook is a place where I will allow people that have, touched my life into my life. So I don't separate it, personal and work. I incorporate them both. I always think when I post, is this going to make controversy, or is this going to be ugly, or is this going to be something that makes you smile? That's my goal. So what I used Facebook for primarily, and I still do, but what I use it for is to kind of create a notion that I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. It is a huge part of my life, and I care about it. I have fun at my job, and it matters to me. I think that using Facebook to just appeal for business, like, hey, we're having a special on Buick Enclaves this week, call me. No, nobody wants to read that. Nobody's going to do anything about that. It's boring, and no. Also, I don't like to do a lot of pictures of this is so-and-so and their new car. It's nice to do if they are like already your friend and they want to reshare it or whatever. That's fine once in a while. But what I want to do is I want to show my I want to show my social network, which consists of all these people that are in my life for whatever reason. I want them to see what I do every day and how I feel about it. And I have a great time. I love it. I love where I work. I love the cars I sell. So what I'm trying to do is kind of like periodically remind them I'm here and this is what I do. And I never, ever, ever want to be sitting in the dealership and see someone I know at someone else's desk. I want them to come in and ask for me or call me or Facebook message me or whatever and be like, I need a car. I want a car, or I want to come work with you. The worst thing that could happen is they walk in the front door and someone takes them as a fresh up because they didn't say, oh, Amy's my friend.
I get Amy's point of view, but I wondered, how would it make a customer feel if they found out after the fact that someone they knew worked at the dealership they purchased from? So I found someone that this happened to, a friend of mine, Allison. And after I broke the news to her that a longtime friend of ours works at the dealership she just purchased from, you can tell by her voice that she feels bad. And things would have been different if she would have known that a friend of hers worked there.
Didn't even really think about the fact that he sold cars. Sorry, Chris.
How long would you say you've known Chris?
Oh, do I have to answer that honestly? 8 years, 10 years, yeah.
Are you friends with him on social media?
Yes.
So if you would have known that he worked there, do you think that you would have contacted him?
Absolutely.
To ensure a situation like that never happens to Amy, she leverages her social media. And when I asked her how she uses Facebook specifically, she laid it all out. Her strategy, how she chooses content, how often she posts. And what's amazing is that she makes it sound so easy, just part of her everyday activities.
I'm not an everyday sharer. I don't even know if I'm an every week, but it's like when I think of something, I do it. So for example, I had a customer who was trying to decide what color car she wanted. So we took a picture of the car and her in it, and I asked my network, well, should she get the blue or the silver? And then people weighed in. And then we tag her in it, and then her friends see it, and they tag her in it, and now all of a sudden everyone's asking her which car did she get or whatever. Also brought home a brand new Sierra truck when they first came out, these brand new ones. I brought it home for the evening. I took pictures of my boys in it. They just thought it was the coolest thing ever. They were little, pipsqueaks at the time. And, I posted brand new professional grade Sierra and boys in their toys. And so it got equal amounts of love. The boys are so cute. The car is so cool. Also, if you ever get a new car that just comes out, a brand new model, they revamped it, or it's the new Buick Cascada convertible is coming. When that comes, you take a picture of a headlight or just the grill or, the stitching on the seat or something like this. And you make it a spy photo, first one came in and, check out the new whatever, or things like that, where you're getting, it's going to attract someone's eye, this observation you made.
And Amy goes on to give examples about how she posts pictures of classic cars that the owner or customers bring to the dealership. She snaps a photo, puts a vintage filter on it, and posts it with a caption. It's not just pictures of vehicles that she's posting. She tells me a story about a litter of kittens that she found in the back lot of the dealership. And her team brought one of the kittens into the dealership, put it on the desk, snapped a photo, and posted with a caption like, "Take your kitten to work day." The result? People in her social network were liking and commenting, because who doesn't love a kitten photo? And all of this keeps Amy and her team front of mind, while subliminally reminding her social network where they work. Amy goes on to talk about the weather.
Other thing that I did often was a weather picture. Was there a beautiful sunset that happened to be behind the sign of my dealership? We took that picture. If it was crazy storm clouds, maybe that's a good picture to frame behind the sign of the dealership. Or when it snowed in Michigan, 10 feet probably, and we had to move all the cars out of the snow, and I would post a picture of a row of unshoveled cars and be I wrote something 10,447 cars done, 5,682 left. It's an exaggeration, it's a hyperbole, but they get the point. Someone has to do that, right? And then I think I might have mentioned and we get to wear jeans and have pizza today for helping. So they should know it's pride in what you do. And that we're still open even though there's a snowstorm. We're still here. Come see us.
What a great way to remind people that the dealership is open, even in inclement weather. And what I'm beginning to realize is that Amy is sharing what's going on within the dealership every day. She's not going out in search of content to share. She's giving her social network a line of sight into her world. And what better sight to see and share than dealership events?
My next one I was going to say is a typical day in the life, right? 99% of the time I had a good time when I was there. I mean, there's occasional moments, but truthfully, when I was in the store every day, I had a blast. And so pictures of fun stuff that happens, like the annual tailgate party, right? Two rival colleges play football, and they have a dealership divided, and then they'll have a luncheon, and everybody wears their clothes, and there's trash talking and whatever. And that's a world of pictures full of color of fun things that were going on. There's even a picture of me sitting across the owner's desk, staring him down because he went to one school and I went to the other.
When you spend 10 to 12 hours a day at the dealership, you're bound to come across some funny stuff. So why not capture it and share it with your social network? I want to mention here that it is important that when you're posting, if you're posting a customer's vehicle, you should be sensitive to their feelings and never post a picture that includes personal identifying information. For example, a license plate.
I'm just here every day, and this is the fun stuff that happens. Like, for example, a nice picture of everybody around the Christmas tree, or like funny, weird things. Like we had this cutout of Shaquille O'Neal that is his exact size, and we stuffed it into a convertible one day and took pictures of him in the convertible. And one time there was a really in terrible condition, like I'm talking burned out car, like literally it was just a frame. And someone brought that in as a trade. And we took a picture of it and said, like, there's an ugliest car contest and look who won. And just funny things happen and you just notice it and you just tell people about it.
Amy captures videos too. She tells me about a customer who wanted to surprise his wife with her dream car. So during the delivery, when the surprise happens, Amy captures the entire thing on video and then shared it on Facebook. And the customers shared it too. And the social world responded. Which brings up a question on tagging. When is it appropriate to tag a person in a photo or on a post? Amy gives me her theory and an example of when she used tagging.
Another thing I like to do was expressing gratitude. So, for example, when I won the Mark of Excellence Award for sales, the first time I ever won it, I took a picture of my award and I posted it on my Facebook. I thanked everybody I could think of in my social network by tagging them. And all of those people basically got to see that I won my award. I thanked them. And they, were happy for me. I got many congratulations. But when you tag all of those people, all of their people see it. So, my friend from elementary school's mother saw it and she gave me a thumbs up. And sure enough, she called because she wanted to get a car. So, the more people you tag, the better it is. But you want to tag people for obviously good reason. So that was really nice. I think I tagged like 50 people that I sold a car to that year. And so all of those people got to see it and their network saw it. So that's like 50 times, however, I'm terrible at math, but whatever. That many people saw that I work at the dealership and I had a big accomplishment.
It's pretty amazing how powerful Facebook can be in helping to grow your brand and your business. Amazingly powerful, yet surprisingly simple. By defining your goal and setting up some basic rules for yourself to follow, you can begin to capture the world around you.
Having done all of these things I've shared with you, what I created was my social network to know what store I work at and also think that looks like a fun place. And also she knows what she's talking about and she loves her job. So I think I will call her because she might be a good person to work with for my next car. And it has paid off. Like, I can't even, probably 30% of my monthly sales come from Facebook, from people who contacted me, people that I don't normally see in my Facebook newsfeed, that don't interact with me on a regular basis, but they remember because they've seen me post stuff. And so they reach out to me by Facebook Messenger. I'd say it happens at least once or twice a week. And, they'll ask a question and then I'll answer it and convince them to come in, and then that's that. And so probably one of the most exciting things is like when you go somewhere and meet a group of people and almost every person drives a car you sold them with your company's license plate frame. I mean, how awesome is that?
It is awesome. Amy is sharing her personal brand of sunshine with her social network every day, one picture and post at a time.